Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be unboxing my new Canon M50. So I decided to buy a new camera because I've had this one that I'm filming on now, which is the Canon G5X, for about 4 years now, and I've kind of used it as my travel camera. I've taken it everywhere with me and it's been amazing, but I would like a camera that has an external microphone and also interchangeable lenses in case I do want to do some different shots and videos basically. I first heard about the M50 through the content bug. I think she'd bought it recently in the past sort of 6 months or so for her channel, so I thought, well, if she's got it, it must be good. So then I also watched lots of other videos and YouTube tutorials and reviews, and it kind of sounded like the perfect camera for me because it's small, it's relatively affordable, and it seems really good for videos. So I bought the camera with the 15-45 lens, and I've also bought the 22mm lens to be able to do good quality YouTube videos. So I haven't received that just yet, but when I do, I'll be showing you that as well. So let's get into the unboxing. This is obviously the box that it came in. So this is the box that it comes in. So I've just opened it up, and the first thing there is just the instruction manual. So I'll pop that to one side. And then we have the charging cable, the battery. This is the camera body, so it comes like this, and then in a plastic wrap as well. It also comes with the strap, and that's the charging station for the batteries, and then this is the lens, so I'll pop that on now. I'm surprised at how tiny that is actually, first impressions. It seems super small, which is great. I was expecting something a lot bigger, but it's actually tiny, so that's going to be a good size. I think that with that together is going to be quite a good compact camera. It's not too big actually. So first impressions, it seems like a really good size. It's not too big and it's kind of not too small either. It's got this nice grip on the side here, which is perfect for photography and obviously taking videos as well. And it has the screen that flips around, so you can have it on the back, or you can also flip it around to do any kind of vlogging or YouTube videos that way as well. It's got the dial here, which is where you choose the settings, so manual or automatic or whatever you want to do there. And this is the shutter, and then the record button is there as well. And then on the back there's the info and the menu buttons as well for everything else. It does have the I port section thing, whatever it's called, but I don't actually use that. I have the same on my G5X that I'm filming on now, and I've never used it once, not even in bright sunlight. So I don't think I will use that, but I am very happy that it's got the microphone port, and I think that plugs in this side mic. Perfect, so that plugs in there. So I'm going to put the lens on and see what it's like. So I'm going to take off the lens cap thing first, and this one as well. And then there's a white dot here and a white dot here, and I'm pretty sure they connect up. Yeah, and then you twist it to lock it into place. And then I'm going to put the battery in. I hope this is charged a little bit so I can turn it on and practice with it. Okay, so I've got to do the time and settings, so I'll be back with you in 1 second. So I've just turned it on. I had a little bit of trouble with the switch here because I think that kind of locks and unlocks it, but actually once I've figured it out, it's fine. It's so lightweight, it's so nice. So yeah, that's what it looks like at the moment. It's kind of in my hand. So I need to charge the battery because it is a little bit low, and I also need to figure out some of my settings. So what I'm going to do is show you everything else that I bought to go with it, charge it a little bit, and then we'll do a little bit of a video and see how it compares to what I'm filming on now. So something I got for my camera is the Rode Video Micro, which I think is like a tiny little microphone, which apparently is quite good for the size and the price. So I'll be trying that out as well when I do the next video. I'll have this on and I'll show exactly what it sounds like. Next up I got the batteries. I think it's 2 batteries and a charger so that I have spares for the new camera. And then the last thing I got is the GorillaPod Joby 3K kit. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, so I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I think it's obviously a good size, but it's probably going to be too big for a lot of my bags, like handbags and things. So I don't know whether I'm going to want to get a smaller one or if actually this is perfect. So I'll let you know how I got on with that as well. So that's my initial unboxing and initial thoughts on the camera. I'm going to switch you over now and show you how it films differently to what I'm filming on now. So I'll see you there. So this is the camera without the microphone, zoomed out, and then I think it zooms pretty close as well, all the way in, and then back out again. Obviously I've got a lot of things to figure out in terms of the settings and everything, because I'm very, very new to video, so I'll have to have a play about with this today. But yeah, I think it's looking nice. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, which is good. So we'll see what the quality is like, if you can notice any difference or not. We'll see. But I can see it's tracking my face on the screen at the right, so that's a good sign. I guess if I move anywhere, I think I'm going to stay in focus, which is good. So yeah, I'll have a play about with it and get back to you probably in a couple of days. So I just wanted to do a little video with the microphone on to see if we can see a difference. I haven't changed any settings, I don't know if I need to do that. I've just literally plugged it in and stuck it on top, so we'll see if this sounds any better. So I've just taken off the dead cat as well, and we'll see if that makes a difference with the audio. Just a bit of a test. I'll probably do more tests and more videos on this camera to compare it to other things, but I just wanted to do a quick little check basically to see what it sounds like and what it looks like. So it's been a couple of days since I started using the Canon EOS M50 that I'm filming on right now. Overall, I'm very, very happy with it, although I do have a couple of pros and cons to share with you so you can think about if you would like to buy one as well. So one of the good things about this camera is you can use auto very, very easily. You can buy this camera, turn it on, and it's basically set up for you. You don't need to know anything about manual, about ISO, f-stop, shutter speed, things like that. You don't need to know anything. You can literally buy this camera and just shoot and film, which is great for people who want to start filming, and especially for YouTube videos, because you just have to pick it up and go. You don't have to learn anything beforehand, which I think is amazing because it's making videography and photography accessible to everyone really. The second thing is that it has manual settings, which is amazing. At the moment I have it just on auto, which is just the easiest thing to have it on, but if I wanted to I could turn it on to manual and dial in the settings myself. And with saying that, the other incredible thing is that you can touch the screen to adjust the settings and you see exactly how it's going to change the video. So if you change the ISO, it's going to make it darker or lighter. So it's amazing that you can see what you're doing as you're doing it. So the next great thing is that you can change the lenses on this camera. So I'm currently filming on the 15 to 45mm lens, but I also bought the 22mm f2 lens. This is supposed to be amazing for sit-down videos like this because it'll make the background super blurry and amazing bokeh. So I'm waiting to try this. I haven't tried it just yet, but I will do a video when I do try it and give my review on that as well. So the great thing is, like I said, you can change the lenses. It's a small compact camera, but you can adjust it to have huge lenses or tiny lenses or whatever you need for your projects. And the main reason that I bought this camera was because it has the microphone input. The camera that I was using beforehand didn't have that and the audio was not great, but being able to spend an extra $50 to get the Rode video microphone is amazing. I've looked back at the video clips and you can definitely tell the difference between having the microphone plugged in and when it's not plugged in. It really does make a huge difference, and it's only $50. So if you think about the amount of times you're going to use that microphone, it's well worth the money. So the next thing that's great about this camera is it's small and lightweight. I have a huge DSLR and a huge lens, which means that when I carry that around, I really can feel it in my bag. It's horrible to carry around for travelling, things like this. But I think this camera is going to be amazing for that because it's so small and lightweight. Like I said, you can just throw it in your bag and not really notice it's there. This means that you can always get great videos and photos wherever you are without having the burden of carrying a super heavy big camera. So I'm pretty sure I'm correct in saying this, but this also shoots photographs in RAW, which as a photographer is amazing. So it means that I can take this into Lightroom afterwards and edit the shit out of my photographs if I want to. I know that some cameras only shoot in JPEG, but this shoots in RAW, so that's amazing to give people the opportunity to do amazing videos and also incredible photographs. So this camera is pretty affordable. I think I paid $600 for it on Amazon. I'm pretty sure you could find them cheaper or more expensive depending on where you buy it from, but that's relatively affordable. I obviously then spent $50 on the microphone and about $50 on the tripod, so it can add up, and then obviously you need an SD card, and I bought spare batteries as well. It can add up, but the base price of $600 is not that bad. And I actually think the quality is worth paying for. I know a lot of people comparing cameras now to phones, and is it worth buying a camera? Well, I kind of think it is, because the quality is better in my opinion. You can edit it better. But I also find that when I have a piece of equipment specifically for something, my work improves. So if I was to take a photograph with my phone, I would just not bother and just go, boop, got a photo. Whereas if I have my camera, I really try and get the best angles and the compositions and edit it properly so that there's beautiful colours. So I feel like the same is going to happen with my videos. So I think that now that I have a video camera that's capable of doing really good quality videos, I'm going to put more effort into the shots that I'm getting and the editing and putting together a nicer piece of work. Whereas if I shoot in my phone, I think it's more likely just to get saved and not used. I'm less likely to edit it, and I think the audio quality and things like that is going to be worse, to be honest. So I think it is worth investing in just so you have the piece of equipment to push you forward and to make you be creative. And then the next thing is how easy it is to switch between photo and video. So if you have it on auto, you can press the video button to record and the photo button to take photographs. You don't have to switch settings or twist any knobs or change anything else. You can just literally point and shoot. I think again this makes it super easy when you're traveling. You can just take the camera out, take a photo, take a video, and then pop it back away pretty quickly and pretty smoothly and get all the content you need without much hassle. So that was a lot of pros. I love this camera, I think it's great, and I'm definitely going to be keeping it. I do have 4 cons, and these are... So the first thing, I found it quite, not difficult, I think I just need to get used to it, but the fact that the lens on the 15-45 locks, so I found myself turning on and wanted to shoot straight away, but I have to unlock the lens before I can actually use it. I think this is just a habit that I need to get into, unlocking it, but at the moment I am finding it quite frustrating and quite... I don't know, I feel like it's slowing me down a little bit. You can't just capture a photo or a moment straight away. You have to prepare almost and make sure that your camera is on and the lens is unlocked before you do start filming, else you're going to miss it. So I feel like in terms of travel blogging and things like that, you might miss a couple of moments because by the time you've turned on and unlocked the lens, whatever you were going to film has probably happened already. I feel like it sometimes didn't find focus on my face. And I don't know if that was the settings. I'm pretty sure I had it on auto, so it should have worked. And then because I was obviously out in the bright sunshine, I couldn't see that I wasn't in focus. I probably didn't press the screen to make sure I was in focus, but I could see my face, so I presumed I was in focus, but actually the focus was on the trees behind me. Considering this is meant to be one of the best cameras for autofocus and face detection, I was slightly disappointed, but I think now I know just to make sure that I am in focus before I start filming. So that's something just to bear in mind when you get this camera. The next thing is a personal preference, but I feel like the eyepiece is a little bit unnecessary. I had one in my old camera, my old travel camera. I never used it once, I don't think. Again with this I'm never going to use it because I'm always just going to use the touchscreen. So I kind of feel like that could have been removed and doesn't really need to be there, but it is there and it's fine. It's not a big problem, but it's just an extra detail that I don't think is probably necessary for most people. And then the last negative is that I found that the lens cap actually comes off in my bag. So I had this in my bag on Sunday for the day, and whenever I reached in to get the camera out again, I found that the lens cap was off and it was somewhere in my bag, which means that my lens might get scratched unintentionally. So I find that quite frustrating that it doesn't just stay on. I'm not sure if there's a technique I can do, or maybe if I need to get some sellotape and stick it on, or I don't know. I'm still going to try and figure that out if there's some way I can make it stay on basically. That's a little bit disappointing because I don't want to scratch my lens when, unintentionally. If I'm trying to look after it, I feel like it should stay on by itself without much effort, but that's the last negative basically. So overall, I love this camera. I think it's great. Like I said, I love how easy it is to use. I love that you can change the lenses. I love that it has manual. I love that it has a microphone. It's a great, great camera. So things I'm looking forward to trying. I can't wait to try manual settings, like I said. I can't wait to try my new lens, the 22 f2 lens. I feel like this is going to be amazing for these sit-down videos because I think it'll make me stand out a lot more from the background. So keep an eye out for the videos where I talk about this lens, but I can't wait to try manual, like I said, and have a bit more creative control over what I'm filming. And the other thing, I'm not sure about the tripod yet either. I think I think it's good if you're doing travel vlogs and things like that, because you can wrap the camera around a pole or a fence or a tree or anything, which I think is great. But then realistically, how often am I going to need to do that? I don't know. I'm finding it really hard to do vlogs because I think I'm just quite awkward at filming in public. I'm fine in my bedroom, but in public I do find it a little bit awkward to stand there with my camera out. So if I continue to do sit down videos, I probably wouldn't need it. But if I do decide to try and push myself further and do vlogs, then I probably would need it. So I'm still making my mind up on if it's worth keeping it or not. I'll maybe send it back and get it when I decide I do need it. Yeah, so jury's out on that one, I'm not sure. But anyway, overall, I love this camera and I think it's amazing. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Oh, I can't talk. So the next thing I got, which is incredible, 22 f.2 lens. I'm pretty sure it's f.2. Oh, whatever you're doing, just whip it out. Yeah, and then pop